Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of Divisions. So in the background I got my dog sleeping, so he's probably going to be snoring a little bit, and I'm okay with that. So there's going to be some news cleanup. There's going to be an announcement for the winner of the giveaway for the account, and of course I'm going to give you my final impressions on Porcelain Tower. So let's begin with some news cleanup. Last night was my Friday news stream. Well, no, not news, but Friday stream. We had a lot of fun. Thank you for all the folks who showed up, who came and supported the stream. And we had a lot of fun. We talked about whether or not the Friday Free Thinking topic was something could be a relevant topic for the future. And a lot of folks share their opinions. And I think there's been some really good ideas. And I think one of them I have to kind of elaborate a little bit further. And that idea was, imagine if we took one of our say, lower rarity units. See if we can just find one really quickly here. For example, let's go ahead and say Liart. Okay, Liart. Let's say there is some way in which once we get her to level 99, we can do more quests, gather more materials, and turn these lovely hips of rarity into an MR rarity or even a UR rarity character, making her more powerful than before, making her relevant in terms of perhaps engaging in PvP combat, and obviously perhaps take her for a ride in terms of PvE content as well. I think that's a great idea because there's already plenty of games out there that's utilizing this specific tactic. So instead of sitting here programming new units, programming new ideas and things of that nature, just take some of the older units that a lot of folks don't think too much about, have us as players gather some materials, maybe kill some monsters, and maybe go on a journey. In a way, it's kind of like a mini RPG within the RPG itself. You're taking on the role of Liart, you're going on this small journey, you're conquering either fears or fulfilling some kind of dream, something. And at the end of that rainbow, you get this nice enhancement tool. Boom, she gets a new outfit, she's cooler, she's stronger, voila, brand new character. I think that's a lovely idea, and hopefully Square Enix and Gumi takes a little bit of notes somewhere and perhaps utilize that in the future. Now, some other news cleanup. Let's go over the winner for the account giveaway. The actual number we picked. After we picked a few numbers before that, there were no winners because, well, clearly there weren't going to be 200 people who entered the competition. I think there was a total of 39, if I believe correctly. So we just simply recorded their name and the number behind them, and then we used a number generator, and I did it live, so there's no sort of calling for a recount type of situation. Anyway, so the final number, the winning number is, I will do drum rolls with a little tap on my phone. Drum 193. So if you are 193, you are the winner. And actually I have the list right here. Give me a second. And it is Black Usagi 92. That's the username. Okay, 193. So please email me if you don't have my email information. It is located under About. I'm also going to link that email in the description below of this video. Please hit me up within at least, what, three days? It makes perfect sense. Hopefully you can get this account as soon as possible because I really want to unload it. And if you don't get within me in a week, I'm unfortunately going to have to redo this contest and draw new people because it wouldn't be fair to the others if the winner didn't never claim his prize or her prize, right? So that is that. Let's talk about actual update on my new unit that I've obtained, which is Marielle. She is so cool. I just love her. I really do. So as you can see, I decided to awaken her to 100% and limit broken her to 3. I should have her hopefully maybe to limit break 4 before the week is up or the 2 weeks is up. And I start taking it for a spin. Maybe I'll do a level 99 review, right? More or less. And just really kind of take her for a ride. So far, she's really tanky. You know, she's innately tanky. Obviously, Spellblades can be tanks. And you can use her as a Arithmetician to perhaps do some farming, do some AoE attacks, and you can use her as Thief. You can use her as Thief. That is lovely. So you can see I haven't done anything, and she's already kind of hard to kill on many quests. Like I take her to all the hard quests. through all my grinds, all the hard quests, I have literally nothing opened up on the grid, and she takes almost like no damage. Well, I mean, she does take damage, but it takes multiple hits to try to bring her down. And so far, she hasn't died. And I'm looking for something specific. She has Chicken Blade, Steel Time. I don't believe she has Steel Heart. Wait, let me go ahead and zoom out here. Let's see. Steel Heart, Steel Heart, Steel Heart. There's Steel Vision, Steel Time, and unfortunately there is no Steel Heart. So that would be pretty broken, I suppose. A tanky unit that can Steel Heart, woo woo. But a tanky unit that can Steel Time is also really, really good. And I'm kind of excited to use Chicken Blade, because I know Chicken Blade is pretty cool. You turn them into a chicken. That is actually very interesting. That's a very interesting CC. Taunting spell. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk about her later on. But let's talk about the main topic at hand. And that is my final impression of Porcelain Tower Part 2. So, acquire the tie ring, which I have already done. And you still have 3 days to do this. So obviously I cleared completely floor 26 the second go around. Here's my final impressions of this. I think this tower was very well designed. Okay, I think overall I had a lot of fun completing all the different floors. About floor to 1 to 20 was fairly easy for me, both on my main account, on my free-to-play account, because I didn't have to really zerg. My units were strong enough. My trifecta was, you know, decent enough for me to kind of blast through them. I would say I probably got to maybe floor 24 is where the tough got tough, right? These turtles were ultra annoying. They hit pretty hard, but I was able to take them down with maybe using 1 recovery. And then this floor wasn't too bad if you sort of bunched up all your units with the tanks in the front and then have your magic dealer just kind of mow these units down. 26 was actually very, very easy compared to the other floors because of the weakness to ice, and there's a lot of strong ice units. 27 wasn't too tough either. You just have to somehow manipulate your shadowlings and really take out these long-range shooters. These skeletons weren't too much of a problem. It was these mages that kept putting you to sleep, essentially CCing your team. Water team wasn't too bad either. It's just you have to really manipulate correctly and not make too many mistakes in the positioning aspect. And you should be able to take them down with a couple of decent lightning units. The fire was actually very, very tough. It took me probably 1 or 2 full recovers to take those guys down. These guys are really tanky. And man, like these guys hit really hard. Like the spear guys, plus our friend Ode, man, they hit very, very hard. And of course, floor 30, I think the designers knew that Steel Hard, along with cheesy tactics like Doom, Petrify, and things of that nature, was something that they didn't want us to implement against bosses like Siren, right? I guess it would trivialize this floor. So the fact that she was immune to almost all nasty stuff, she was kind of tough to take down. She had a lot of hit points. She was pretty strong against all attacks, including magic. So she took quite a number of hits to kill. And then her AoE attack, which caused you to sleep and take massive damage, that was pretty devastating. Pretty devastating. I think this tower is very well balanced. As you can see, some of these enemy units are strong against magic and or physical, and they're very well spread out. And the diversity of the elements and the diversity of the enemy units is what make the 30th floor somewhat challenging. Still doable with the full recovers, but nevertheless, it should be challenging, right? It is the final floor. And for me, I felt like this great sense of joy, this great sense of accomplishment when Siren was finally taken down. Because I knew I was about to claim my prize, and that was, or is, voila, the tie ring. So as you can see, I have my tie ring not fully maxed because I don't really need to worry about it right now. I don't have many water units. And something to bear in mind, this thing, condition equipped, is only water units. So please, if you're thinking about re-rolling on the Porcelain Tower over and over to get all the materials, which by the way I have done, I just show you, I have all of these. Look, 185 done, boom. And just bear in mind, only water units can use them. And I think if you use all the seals, I don't think you can get them all to max. At least HP, definitely not to max. Personally, I would suggest getting attack and magic up, and then maybe get the defense and spirit up as well, because ultimately this ring is more or less designed for defensive purposes. This is why it has good amount of HP and all of these defensive stats, including fire attack resistance and water attack resistance. So a super solid ring. And obviously I don't really have many good water units to really kind of take this advantage of this lovely equipment. I guess maybe if they ever do a UR version of Zazan, that would be great. I could do Miranda, but this is my free-to-play account. I'm trying to concentrate on MR or less units. So it could be Tyrell or Ramada, or maybe even Severo. So these three will be obviously in line to perhaps inherit that ring. Tyrell, we already got all the shards for, so he should be an easy build. But I think I was going to wait for when they do change the stones in terms of awakening. And so get him up and then kind of take him for a spin. Ramada, pretty much in the same boat, because I'm still a little bit short in a lot of the shards. And so I'm not really in a rush of building her. But I definitely want to get Severo up. Severo actually is pretty good in terms of damage. And I think he's great for the tower. Not so great for like harder challenges because of his innate weak statistics in terms of hit points, defense, and things of that nature. So overall, I think Porcelain Tower is a big success, and giving us, what, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I can't remember now, 2 weeks, I believe, to accomplish it. It was pretty good. But if I can make a suggestion to the companies, perhaps give us a brand new content in conjunction to the tower, right? We know the tower comes around every 3 months. I'm thinking maybe give us something unique, and something unique that other games hasn't done. But not unique in the sense that it is a monthly thing, right? For example, a lot of us are at the point where we're probably grinding for the second equipment, during the reruns, right? For example, like maybe a second Sage's hat or a second Platinum Rod or something. A lot of us probably are itching to do some new content. So giving us perhaps a carousel, if you will, of events that resets every month, in which we can earn prizes, maybe earn unit shards, vision card shards, instead of just, like, for example, in the mock shop giving us access to vision card shards. Maybe allow us to work for it, give us somewhat challenging events, and maybe give us different tiers of difficulty, like normal, hard, brutal, and then of course let's go ahead and give it a code name of whale for those heavy spenders. And they can, of course, earn different shards of different materials and whatnot according to the difficulty level. And obviously each map can maybe interchange, or a sequence of maps. For example, maybe it's like a story, like a mini story that tells the history of some of the units perhaps. I think that's a great idea. And then you can alternate every month. I mean, come on, that's only 12 storylines you have to come up with per year. And you can kind of add new ones as new units are coming out. You don't have to offer anything special. Just maybe offer like one rainbow spear, or perhaps offer some of those rare crafting materials. Things of that nature. Hey, just throwing out ideas out there to you guys, Square Enix and Gumi. But I think that's all the time I have for this video. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. I certainly definitely had a great week. I think the account giveaway is a big success. I want to thank you, all those folks who came to my channel, show me support. And I appreciate you guys saying that it's very appreciative of you guys, the fact that I'm giving away a nice account, right? Because I do feel like it's a pretty solid account. And hopefully the winner can take advantage of it. And by the way, there's going to be one more account I'm giving away, and that is going to be the Zombie Ryu account. I will be probably doing that next week, because I really hopefully will get that unit to level 99 as well. And I believe a little bit more than halfway. So I still have 3.5 days to try to trigger some whimsies, refresh the shops and whatnot. And hopefully I can get all the shards you guys need and get that account ready for next week's giveaway. So that's all the time for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. I want to thank y'all for the continued support, of course. Remember, time is your most valuable resource, so spend it wisely. As always, take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nashtaters and his family out of here. Peace out, guys.